What's up, guys? My name is ManSquash924. Welcome back to another episode of Coffee Talk, Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. Today it is Friday, September 29th of 2023 here on part 11. And let's see what happens today. Alien sightings increase. Is this an invasion? At least it's pretty. Researcher responds over alleged algae invasion. And Dorfira Tech teams up with Golmix Industries to produce self-healing concrete technology. Okay, one thing I want to say right off the get-go, since we haven't seen Fiona ever again, which is pretty clear, I think we got the bad ending, because I heard there's 3 endings. There's a good, bad, and then there's like the perfect ending. Good, like you screw up some drinks, bad, like I think you screw up too many drinks, and then perfect, you get every drink correct. So I think we got a bad ending for our run, but it's not the worst thing, because one, I feel like a lot of people are used to seeing good endings or the perfect endings, I would imagine. I imagine there's not a lot of people that do the bad ending, so it'd be interesting. I'm not trying to do it on purpose, of course. I'll try to get people's drinks right, but I think it's interesting. Hey, knock, knock, anyone there? Ah, Mr. Bailey's. Hi. I'm sorry I didn't hear you come in. I was talking to the people watching the episode. How are you tonight? I'm alright. But you look pretty distracted. A penny for your thoughts? Ah, well, you can have them for free. I was just pondering the hidden side of things. How different the world is under the surface compared to what we think it is. Nothing and no one is exactly what they appear to be. Funny, I was having similar thoughts on my way here. I guess now that we spend so much time on social media, people believe we can be summed up in a picture or a sentence. But it's not like that. It's not that easy to know someone. Even if that someone is yourself. Especially if that someone is yourself. Sounds like we agree on this. We sure do. And it's been on my mind a lot in the past few days. Does that have anything to do with your wedding to Miss Lua? Got it in one. How are things on that front? A few days ago we decided to take some time apart to think. Well, that sounds ominous. No, I don't mean it like that. It wasn't a breakup or even a break. Ew. We've been through so much, there's no walking back on our relationship now. But sometimes you're so together that you lose sight of the big picture, you know? I think I see what you mean. So, we decided to give each other a bit of a space. And figure out what we really want out of our wedding. And more importantly, out of our marriage. I see. Have you made any progress on that front? Do you want the short version or the long version? I'm always here for the full story. Alright then, I'm gonna tell you everything. But I think I should order first. Ah, sure thing. What can I make you tonight? I'm not feeling fussy. Anything warm would do. So anything really. Makes sense. What about some herbal tea then? Hibiscus, butterfly pea. Butterfly pea or hibiscus sounds great. With milk and honey, please. With milk and honey. What have we made on the brew pad? Because I want to keep things different. Blue pea, milk and honey. We haven't done that. Actually, we have. It was called Dream in Blue. And hibiscus. Have we done that with hibiscus? No, we haven't. With milk and honey. So we'll do it with the hibiscus flower. Keep things different and updating our little coffee inventory. Sweetheart latte. That sounds awesome. And we can even draw on it. We haven't drawn on these in a while, so I might as well. And then let's do some of sketch. Yeah, I don't know what I'm making. I'm making a thing. And I want it to have legs. It's kind of cool. It's a thing, that's for sure. Pour some more milk over here. And then I want some more milk over on the right side. Sure. I like it. It's a thing. Sweetheart latte. Looks nice. Imagine this is Bailey going 3. Yep. 3 smiley faces. Here you go. I hope you like it.
Thanks, Squash. This is so nice, and it brings me way back. You know how I'm not really into touch with my family anymore.
Ah, yes. Sorry about that.
Don't be. I don't even miss them most of the time. In the end, they're just a random bunch of people, and we don't have very much in common.
It's good that you've learned that much about yourself, Mr. Baileys.
I think so too. There's just one person I miss, but I've been missing her for a while now.
Ah. Someone who passed away, I'm guessing.
Exactly. Spot on again, Squash. I used to have a very close relationship with my great-great-aunt. When I was little, my parents fought all the time. I still remember in my bones how that made me feel. The fear that one of them or both of them would walk away and abandon me. A bit ironic in hindsight, but then it was many years ago.
Yes. It's quite normal for a little child to care about their parents, no matter who they are or how they behave.
That's true. Anyway, I spent almost all my evenings curled up into a ball in my room, trying hard not to listen to all the shouting, except when my gran came to visit. Not that her being around prevented the fighting, mind you. Elven high society is amazing at keeping up appearances, except in front of family. But she got how it made me feel. So she went out of her way to take the sting out of it. She would keep me company and bring me a cup of herbal tea with milk and honey in it. Drinking this now with you, it feels a lot like family again.
Sounds like she was a perceptive person.
She truly was the best of them until she got sick.
Oh no, how did that happen? I thought elves don't get sick.
See, that's part of elven disinformation. Elves don't get sick with your little run-of-the-mill colds, but they do get a big, bad diseases, just like everyone else. And it's not uncommon for us to die from them. Except there's this assumption in Elven society that if you live the right sort of life, you'll pass away peacefully in your bed. So, that's what families say most of the time when someone dies. Incidentally, that also means they need to pretend everything is fine until the very last moment. So, that's what they did to my aunt. They basically shut her in during her last few weeks. That sounds really awful. I did manage to visit her and she put on a brave face, but it was clear she wasn't happy. But then she wasn't very happy before that either.
At least she had you.
It must have been a little consolation, but yes. I'm glad I was able to be with her. Ugh. To think I came very close to being trapped with those people. Ugh. I'm pretty sure she would have hated that for me, for sure. A little part of me hopes she'd be proud of me right now.
I'm certain she would be.
Thanks, Squash. Here you are, letting me blab on again.
That's more than fine, but you think growing up among conflict might explain why things are, well, a bit difficult to work out sometimes between you and Lua?
I definitely think that's part of it. In fact,
good evening.
hello, Squash.
And hi. I don't think we've ever met before. I'm Silver.
I'm Bailey. It's nice to meet you. And I'm guessing you're Amanda?
We are, but you do not appear to be a hive. How did you...
Lua told me she ran into you a week or so ago.
Oh, the nice earthling we met on our first night here. That is a satisfactory explanation. And so, are you her date?
I'm a little more than that. I'm her fiancé.
Truly? Fiancé is a successful outcome of dates with a 0.013% probability. Congratulations on your excellent odds actualization.
Thank you.
Now, Cafe Offspring, we are wishing for a drink.
Cafe Offspring. How did you acquire that new title? Alright, sounds like something I shouldn't prod too hard. Never mind me. You were about to order, Amanda?
We were. And what we wish for is a memorable parting experience.
I suspected something like that. Last visit in a while, huh?
That is accurate.
I take it you've completed your research on Earth?
Almost. We are quite satisfied with the outcomes of our mission.
Interesting. That sounds like there's a story there. But first tell me, what sort of experience are you after?
We wish to have something we have never had before.
It's time to get creative then.
Yes, take care not to reuse any ingredients you have served us in the past.
Oh, that's not great then, because I don't remember what I served you guys in the past. I'll give you chocolate. I'm going to give you chocolate and chocolate. I definitely haven't given you chocolate before, I think. Let's try just chocolate all over the place. I call it dark chocolate. Here you go. Hopefully this tastes new to you. I think.
It does. It is at least 56.941% different from anything else we've experienced. We are, as Earthlings would express, delighted. According to our calculations, this is our 39,846th new experience since arriving on Earth.
That's quite a lot.
Perhaps. However, most of them were rather insignificant in nature. Oh. What about this one? This one is in the 99th percentile of significance.
Is that a good or bad?
It means it's very significant, right, Amanda? Very much so. We enjoyed this place and we will miss it.
That's... Don't mind me getting a bit emotional here.
Anyhow, I trust the agent gave you no more trouble? That was once quite close actually. Man, words are hard. I'm trying to use this accent as silver, but it's hard. We had a little brush with the authorities, you see.
Yeah, Lua mentioned that. He made her really angry. She was still seething when she came home that night.
Please tell her I am grateful for that. Well, that agent kept looking into things even after his second visit here. The scariest thing was when he came by to my cafe. Or what he thought was my cafe. I really feared he was on to us, but apparently he just enjoyed the chat we had here on the other night. Well, that's what he said anyway. I don't know if that was true, but when he saw the cafe wasn't open yet, he ended up leaving and hasn't shown up since.
That's a relief.
Yes, we have thought on it for a while, and we have decided we do not care for that sort of excitement. Not if it makes our siblings so sad. You've really gotten the hang of emotions, haven't you, Amanda? Thank you, Offspring. If that is the case, we are content. That means our mission is well and truly accomplished.
Did you come here specifically to pick up Earthling emotions?
No, we came here for the purposes of general Earthling research. But it appears to us now that emotions are one of its most interesting aspects. We will be submitting you call it, academic paper. Uncontrolled stimuli and reflexive neural patterns. Deep level communication in hive versus non-hive species.
Wow. That's how you know it's serious research. I don't even understand the title.
Amanda always was the brains in the family. That wasn't your only mission though, Amanda, right? If you're leaving, does that mean... Yes. Pearl and I did go out on a date.
Right. You're looking for love, aren't you?
I was. I think. I think I may have found it.
Wait, wasn't the first date a really short time ago?
Just a couple of days ago. I've been waiting a while and I really think this is it. And I took up this mission from the hive when I came to Earth. And during this entire process, when I changed, what I was hoping was that someone would see me for who I am. And I really think she does.
That's so great. But I'm curious, doesn't being in a hive provide that experience of feeling seen?
It does, and it does not. And in fact, we hope that it is something our research might improve. The hive sees thoughts and desires honestly, but it is not able to communicate the reasons for those desires. The emotions, as it were. We do not dwell on those, nor will we start to do so in Access. But it seems to us now that they may be worth conveying. At least to some extent.
Yes, what Amanda said is part of it.
I was very unaware of my emotions when I first came to Earth. And I was really bad at communicating them clearly to others. In some ways I still am. It will always be harder for me to grasp them than for most people. But when I started to understand them, I was both fascinated and scared. which is not an uncommon experience, I think.
It's really not. It requires a good deal of courage to look at your emotions honestly.
It certainly requires some time, and even more time to find someone who can look at them with you. Or to get scared and take them as they are. Someone who can see you clearly and kindly.
It is a precious thing when that happens, huh? A rare and beautiful thing.
Has that been your experience with Lua?
It definitely has. I almost forgot how much it mattered too. I'm lucky that I have good friends who reminded me of that.
So, does that mean you and Lua found some answers?
Oh, the heck with it. I can't hold my tongue any longer. I'm sorry to interrupt your goodbyes, you guys, but Squash, I'd like to officially invite you to a little surprise ceremony, which will take place 3 days hence.
Wow, that's some answers indeed.
Yeah. Take a little time to think really cleared our heads. We had gotten bogged down in the details, and in our own insecurities, to be honest. So we decided to make it simple again. No fuss, no massive expense, nothing like that. Just us and our closest family members, whether we got them at birth or chose them ourselves.
I am very touched, Mr. Baileys.
Oh, come on, Squash. You know, you mean a lot to the two of us, as does this place. Speaking of which, I also have Hyde's invitation here.
Special invitation card for a certain someone. I gotta give that to him.
Well, Hyde and Gala's invitation, seeing how that's an obvious +1. Would you give it to them when you see them?
It would be my honor.
Silver and Amanda, I don't have a card for you, but you're in the cafe family as well, so I'm sure Lua won't mind. Would you like to join us for the party?
Party? This is our first experience being invited to a party. It is 99.999% pleasant and 0.001% disappointing that we have to refuse.
Yes, I truly appreciate the offer, Baileys. But sadly, we're leaving Seattle tomorrow.
Really? That's more sudden than I expected. Are you going back to space then, Amanda? Not yet. We are going on an adventure.
That sounds very exciting.
It really is. Amanda and I are taking a trip through the country. Or maybe even a bit further, if we've got time. We're basically going to be tourists. Tourist is such a fascinating concept. Although our sibling explained it to us multiple times. We still find it very hard to comprehend. We always thought that traveling must have a mission, a purpose. But it seems that tourism is traveling with no other purpose than traveling. Which is, in essence, circular reasoning.
It may well be, but it's still a lot of fun. In fact, I'd say that's the real purpose of tourism. To have fun, to relax, to see beautiful things, to enjoy life, you know.
Enjoyment as a purpose. That is new to us, but we are 99.999% excited to try it out.
And so am I. Never been out of Seattle since I arrived. I guess I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to blend in. That I would have to restart everything from scratch. But knowing that you're here, Squash, I always have a place to return to where I feel home. Well, that makes me a lot less nervous.
I'm very happy to hear that.
I think I should order a drink.
Of course, what can I make you?
I'd like it to reflect the spirit of our upcoming adventure. But
but I'm also in the mood for something sweet and soothing. So sweet and soothing, but with an adventurous kick. Yes, that's exactly right. Then how about some hot chocolate with some extra to make it fun? I love that. Hot chocolate with some sweetness and some spice would be amazing. Hot chocolate. Sweetness and some spice. Oh, that'd be ginger. Ginger's the only real spice we have. Ginger chocolate. Hopefully he'll like that. Here you go, hope you like it. It's not quite there. But never mind, I'm so excited I can barely taste anything anyway. Okay.
I can imagine. A first trip across the country is a big deal.
It is. But that's not the only reason I'm excited.
Okay, that was quite the dramatic pause. I really want to know what you're going to say now. You guys seem to lead very interesting lives.
Oh, not at all. I think I'm quite a boring person. With a secret society and an alien background. It's true that some of my life circumstances are a bit unusual, but this particular thing is very commonplace. Our sibling is excited because his date will be joining us. And in fact, we must be fair and acknowledge that we may have misjudged her based on her lack of facial symmetry. Although Pearl's features are 9.231% different from left to right. We agree with her movie analysis 99.999%. Hold on. Amanda, you met Pearl and you've talked about movies? And now she's joining you two on a holiday? How did any of that happen? We watched Orc Westerns all together last night. Pearl likes them a lot as well.
You don't exactly sound thrilled.
Fortunately, she also likes space travel operas.
I see. Learning couple comprises the hard way.
I suppose so. Well, I'm glad to hear that she's met Amanda and that they got along. Does that mean she also knows where you're from, Silver? She does. In fact, I told her about that on our first date.
Well, that's very brave. It's very hard to put yourself out there under any circumstances. To reveal something so vulnerable to someone you've just met. And are starting to like. It takes guts.
You're very kind, but I don't think so. To be honest, I hadn't planned on it that way. Although I have always felt safe here with all the regulars. I know that not everyone would be open-minded about me. And so I wasn't sure I'd say anything to Pearl that night. But as we were talking, I was so happy to learn more about her, about who she is. And I realized that I didn't want to have an incomplete picture of me. My past is a part of me. If my goal is to find someone who sees me for who I am, then she needs to know about that too. And in the end, that was the right decision.
Well, I will say that if she had heard your story, and that how she viewed you, well, then she wouldn't have been worth your time anyway.
That's fair.
But still, even knowing that, I admire you a lot.
The truth is, and this is a bit of a strange thing to say, but I think I'm proud of who I've become. And I want the people I love to be proud of me too. is proud. Proud is, for yourself, I think it's when you start to be satisfied with what you're achieving. Especially if you have to fight to get there. And for others, it's when you think of someone you care about. Consider who they are and the way they're acting. And it just fills you with joy. Ah, we see. Then we are definitely proud of you.
You two are a really sweet family.
And so are you and Miss Lua, Mr. Baileys.
True, chosen families can also rock.
Yes, when we met Pearl, we came to a conclusion. There was no difference in nature or expression between a family that you are born with and a family that you acquire by choice. Both demand work and understanding. There may be minute differences in specific process, but the bond appears to be 99.999% similar in the end.
So it is.
We should probably get going. Yes, we must. Go back. Go pack.
First time I see someone get excited about that specific part.
What Amanda really means is that I must pack. While she analyzes the earthly ritual of folding shirts, rolling up socks, and so on. Precisely, this is further information for our research. We are thrilled.
Good luck, Silver. Indeed. Do enjoy your trip, both of you. I hope you'll tell us all about it when you're back, Silver.
I will. Good night to you two then. Hasta la vista, strangers.
Huh?
Work westerns.
Ah, bye to you too. There's never a dull moment in your cafe, Squash.
I try. Speaking of which, would you like to hold some party or after party for your wedding here? I know it's not a very large space, but perhaps.
Whether we like it, we'd love it. Honestly, I didn't want to impose, but there's no place that could be better fit. And I don't mind that it's not very large. It's going to be a small, cozy wedding. So this is perfect.
It's settled then.
It was going to be over the moon when I tell her. In fact, I'm going to go tell her right now.
That's a very exciting prospect.
It really is. Thanks again, Squash. You're like a guardian angel for us. And on that note, I'm off. Good night.
More like a guardian hive mind. Good night, Mr. Baileys. And with that, we're ending our episode here. Hope you guys all enjoyed today's episode of Coffee Talk, episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. If you guys have, make sure you guys leave a like and a comment. Tell me what you think of today's episode. And if you're new to my channel or have been watching me for a while and you haven't done so, feel free to subscribe to me, MadSquash924 over there on YouTube. And don't forget to ring the bell to get notified of my latest videos. Also, if you haven't seen the first Let's Play of Coffee Talk, go check that one out as well, which is essentially the prelude to this game. Also, as a side note, I thought I would get like the bad end, because Riona's not showing up anymore, but like, Silver and Amanda are going out to tour, Silver got himself a girlfriend, Baileys and Lua are like having their wedding, and we just gonna give the invitation to Hyde and Gala, so like, it's working out, so maybe the only bad thing is like, Riona doesn't get her way, but like, that's fine, I think. But on that note, I'll see you on the next episode where it'll be Saturday, September 30th of 2023. I'll see you then. Goodbye.